Welcome back to another episode of the Daniel Federico Show, Week 6. We have a lot of news to cover. We have a lot of stuff to actually cover. You know, the Euros wrapped up, the Copa's wrapped up, so we're not talking about the Euros and the Euros and Copa. We talked actually about a lot of topics on the show already in the first 6 weeks. We talked about the NBA Finals, the NHL Finals, and you know what topic that we still have not touched on is the MLB. I will be touching base on the MLB because the MLB All-Star break just passed. I might go into an episode, who knows. I have it on my notes, but I might just surpass it. Who knows. I truthfully am a baseball fan. I like to watch baseball. But I'm gonna be totally honest. That's the one field where if I speak about baseball, don't take my word for it. There's way better diehards in there. But we do got some NBA news. Well, it's not really NBA news. Well, it is. There's one NBA news that I really want to talk about, and the rest is how the U.S. almost lost to South Sudan and the USA Showcase. We have NHL news. We have NFL. NFL training camp just opened up. Boom! We're going to talk about it. The Olympics start this week. We had CFL last week. I do not know if I'm going to touch base in the CFL in this episode, but it's okay. You guys know that I like to talk about the CFL, so I'll probably put it in the episode. And we got some soccer world, and they got Niagara athletes news again. Let's get into the episode. Let's talk about basketball. We're going to start talking about basketball. We're going to talk about Team USA almost losing to South Sudan in their expedition game, in the pre-tournament game. And I didn't watch the game. I was at work and I'm keeping up with it on my phone. And I'm going, what the hell is going on? Team USA did win, though. They won 101-100. Because LeBron's the GOAT and locked in and said, yo, I'm not losing to these bombs. He took over. I'm going to be totally honest. The Team USA did not wake up until the third quarter. They scored 37 points in the third quarter, outscored South Sudan 37-18 in that third quarter. South Sudan scored 32 in the second, 26 in the first. The first half was South Sudan's. I don't know a single player on South Sudan's roster. LeBron had 23 points. He went 10 for 14. LeBron is showing out at these showcase, and I can't wait to see how this tournament goes for all of Team USA, but especially LeBron James. And there's some news that we talk about in a little while, the Olympics news about LeBron, what he'll be doing at the Olympics. Pretty awesome. So let's see. Curry had 12 points, went 4 for 11, 3 for 9 on the 3. I have a question too. Why is Derek White on the team? Oh, I think I actually said this last week. Pretty pointless. He only played 11 minutes. Played the lowest amount of minutes. Didn't even put up one shot in 11 minutes. He's literally out there just to pass the rock. Team USA, what I gotta say, they didn't look the greatest against Team Canada. They didn't look the greatest against Germany, and they did not look the greatest against South Sudan. And they didn't even look great. They looked actually pretty awful against Australia. But these are what the pre-tournament games are for. To get you guys to gel together because you guys are about to play a tournament and be with each other for the next, 4 weeks or 3.5 weeks. I think it is 4 weeks, the Olympics. Not even, I think it's shorter than that, but I think it's 3 weeks. Doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. But these are what the pre-tournament games are for, so you can gel together as a team, and that is exactly what this tournament is, what the pre-tournament are for what they call it, the Team USA Showcase. But I'm gonna be totally honest, and I think they're in their 4th or 5th game of the USA Showcase. they've not looked good yet. They have a lot of chemistry off the court. Curry and LeBron are best friends. I think they will wake up, and I think they will. I think they're going to win gold, obviously. Obviously, I'm going to pick Team USA to win the gold medal at the Olympics. But what I do think is going to win bronze this year, like, I'm not saying Canada's going to win gold or silver, but I do think Canada's going to win bronze medal. I think that might be the first ever bronze medal prediction. I don't know who's going to win silver. I don't really care who's going to. The podium, what I can see the podium actually looking like right now, Team USA, Germany, and then Canada. Canada coming in third, Germany coming in second, and Team USA obviously winning gold. And I know the favorites, so it's not really a hot take. Obviously, it's not a hot take. Every single person on this planet should predict Team USA to win the tournament. Because I know I would. Even though they haven't looked good, trust me, they're still. It's Team USA. Even though Canada created the sport, it's their game. Okay, it's their game. To be totally honest. But yeah, Team USA did not look good against South Sudan, winning 101-100. Maybe they're not playing defense. When the tournament comes around, they'll probably play defense. But that's enough. I want to talk about Team USA. The Olympics. I have a whole segment for the Olympics now ongoing for the rest of this summer, rest of this show. It's going to be pretty awesome. Find out some new athletes that I've never heard of before, and this is what I like about the Olympics. But we will talk about, obviously, basketball for the rest of the summer. We're going to talk about soccer for the rest of the summer. We're going to talk about the one sport. I'll talk about this when I talk about the Olympics. But let's go into other NBA news or basketball news. Well, this is actually NBA news. NBA signs a new 11-year multi-agreement with Walt Disney Company, NBA, and Amazon Prime Video. Bye-bye, TNT. TNT did try to match Amazon Prime Video's offer. Try to match it. Got rejected. NBC. Did I say NBA? I meant Walt Disney Company, NBC, and Amazon Prime Video through 2035 and 2036. See, I can't speak right now. If I could just read, it'd be different. But I think you guys knew what I got meant. 2035 through 2035, 2036. That is crazy. That's not 11 years. Crazy. The NBA app will be a universal access point, seamlessly directing fans to every national game on Disney, NBCU, and Amazon platforms. The new media deals will expand the reach of NBA telecast, with all national games available on broadly distributed streaming services, Prime Video, Peacock, and ESPN's forthcoming direct-to-consumer service. Approximately 75 regular season games will be on broadcast TV each season, up from the minimum 15 games under the current agreement. So you're going to see more games on TV, like on cable, and you're going to see all the games on streaming services. But the greatest thing about living in Canada, every single Raptors game is on TV. It's on TSN or it's on Sportsnet. You don't need a streaming service. But the craziest thing is, it's very easy to watch all the NBA games it's on cable, but on TV, if you're in Canada, because your favorite team is 76ers. A lot of them just play on Fox. But with this new agreement, you do need a streaming service, and the streaming service, we don't have any streaming service for the NBA in Canada that won't be blocked off, because Peacock's blocked off, ESPN Plus blocked off, but the Prime Video, that's not blocked off in Canada. So my Canadians, I'm Canadian, Everyone that watches my show is Canadian. Your favorite team will not be playing on Canada broadcast. You gotta stream East that stuff. Like, you gotta illegally stream that stuff or buy Prime Video package for NBA. I truthfully wouldn't. I would just illegally stream it. Because the NBA regular season is really just not that worth it. The playoffs will be on TV, obviously. It's always going to be on TV in Canada. But in the States, it's a different story. It's streaming services now. And I kind of like just, have it on cable. Have the games on fucking cable. Sorry for swearing. But it's alright. But 75 regular season games will be on cable still. So, it's very good. Last year's league minimum was 15. This new deal is 75, so that's literally the whole entire regular season. So when you talk about the Walt Disney Company, not a lot of people know what the Walt Disney Company is. It's ABC and ESPN, channels in the States. So I don't know why I'm saying this to my Canadian viewers, but it is pretty big because TNT is not a thing anymore. TNT will not be broadcasting basketball games. TNT is also just in the States, which is not in Canada. But because we're just right there, border away, we get a lot what the States are having on TV, on social media. So we know TNT, we know the crew. We're on TNT, and they're going to be gladly missed. And I think this is one of the biggest misses by the NBA. What are you doing, man? Because people would watch TNT basketball coverages. They would watch the games to see what they would talk about pregame, see what they would talk about at halftime, see what they would talk about postgame. Now, you don't know. You gotta go find Shaq somewhere else. You gotta go find Charles somewhere else. You gotta go find Ernie somewhere else. You gotta go find the crew somewhere else. I think Shaq will probably go. Shaq can go anywhere. It's Shaquille O'Neal. And Charles Barkley will go anywhere. Ernie, I don't know what his contract looks like because he was like the mediator for TNT. Don't know what his contract looks like over there. NBC Universal, for people that don't know it, it's NBC and just Peacock. Peacock is NBC's streaming service. So. And Amazon will Amazon, this is a good one, will distribute 66 NBA regular season games on Prime Video each season, including Thursday night doubleheaders beginning in January, Friday evening doubleheaders, select Saturday afternoon games, and at least one game on Black Friday, the day. Actually, I like how it says the day after Thanksgiving. I think everybody knows what Black Friday is. It has it in brackets. And the quarterfinals and semifinals of the knockout round of the Emirates NBA Cup. Truthfully, me don't care about the NBA Cup. Prime Video will stream the championship game of the Emirates NBA Cup. So it's kind of cool, but if you want the rest of the details, go to NBA.com/ what is the slash for this thing? /NBA Media Agreement 2024, and you can see the rest of the details for that. But I pretty much told you what you need to hear, how many games will be broadcasted on actual national television, how many games will be streamed on each service. So 66 on Amazon. You're gonna have, I think you're gonna have also 66 on the rest, and then the rest of the games will approximately be on TV. Not a full 82. No streaming services on a full 82 games. But if I did not read that right, go to NBA.com/NBA Media Agreements 2024. That's pretty much all the news I have for the NBA. Let's go into the NHL. And yes, I have NHL news today. All right, in the NHL, I have one topic in the NHL. Stan Bowman is back in the NHL. He has been hired as the Edmonton Oilers GM. I'm pretty shocked that he's back. For the people that do not know Stan Bowman, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him.
recently reinstated by the NHL less than 3 years after a report on a Chicago Blackhawks sexual assault scandal, was hired Wednesday as general manager and executive vice president of hockey operations of the Edmonton Oilers. Bowman has stepped down as Blackhawks GM in October 2021 after an investigation done by an outside law firm determined several team leaders failed to respond promptly to allegations that an assistant coach sexually assaulted a player in 2010. The player later revealed himself to be Kyle Beach, and the coach was revealed to be a video coach, Brad Aldrich. So he's back. Stan Bowman's back. He was gone for 3 years, and he's back as being Edmonton Oilers head coach. This happened in 2010. He did not say a single word for this for 11 years. No one said this for 11 years. Sexual assault is a very serious thing, and it's crazy. When you have a GM that runs your hockey program and that runs your hockey club and doesn't say shit like that, sorry for swearing again, this is an episode of swearing, is unexcusable. And I truthfully think it doesn't matter how good as a GM he is. It doesn't matter how fantastic he is and is he going to bring cups to Edmonton. It doesn't matter any of that. For him covering up a type of case like that, unexcusable. And there's always going to be a reason why he stepped down. Obviously, we already know the reason why he stepped out as Blackhawks GM is because he was covering it up. Unexcusable. Having him back in the NHL, having him reinstated, it's crazy. Joel Quenneville, the head coach for the Blackhawks 2010, he also got reinstated July 1st. I don't know. I don't know, like, my thoughts on this hiring is stupid. Why is he back in the NHL? It's like bringing Brad Aldrich back in the NHL as a video consultant. Stupid. And for everyone that was covering it up in that organization should not have jobs in the NHL anymore. It means you really don't give a crap about your players and you just cover it up. That's what I think on this stupid topic. Let's get on. This is why I don't talk about the NHL that much. A lot of stupid stuff happened in this league. Let's move on. Let's move on to actually the NFL. All right, training camp is finally here for the NFL, and I'm pumped. I have a segment in the show that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the summer, the rest of training camp. It's going to be highlighting training camp scrums. It's called training camp scrums. But we'll get into that in a second. But some news that I want to talk about, because it is the first couple of days of training camp, and I don't really want to talk about the rookies yet until second week. Until next week, I want to talk about the rookie standouts and blah, blah, blah. Actually, crazy rookies. Actually, I'll talk about a rookie standout right now. Drake May looked pretty good at his first couple of practices, throwing to Jalen Reagor, and Jalen Reagor's looking pretty good. I'm pretty shocked at all this. Now, I'm actually not shocked about Drake May looking good, but it still hasn't even been a padded practice. But I'm stunned at Jalen Reagor. He's making catches that I've never seen him make in his entire career. He made a crazy one-hand snag from Drake May today. But yeah, that's a rookie standout. But next week, we're going to have a rookie standout of the week. This week, we have our scrums. But I want to talk about who is sitting out of training camp because of contract negotiations. And it is my favorite team. And probably my favorite receiver in the league. What? CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb sits out the first week of camp as he's waiting a contract extension. Brandon Ayuk requested a trade and is also sitting out of camp, also with teammate Trent Williams. And I also want to talk about former Cowboys receiver that signed actually a 1-year deal with the Raiders, $3 million, has retired, has announced his retirement from the NFL after 6 seasons. Pretty crazy to me, pretty stunned about that. CD, pay the man. Why is the Cowboys not paying CeeDee Lamb? He is clearly the top 5 receiver in the league. Might even be top 3 receiver in the league. What? Pay the man. Some would even put him arguably just below Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. So I'm saying he's a top 3 receiver in the NFL right now. CeeDee Lamb, pay him. I don't know why you're not paying him. It's ridiculous. Brandon Ayuk, he says he wants to be there, but he doesn't want to be there. It's truth be honest. He requested a trade. Obviously, he doesn't want to be there. He says the 49ers don't want him there. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's speaking about. Trade him off. Trent Williams, pay Trent Williams. He's clearly one of the best offensive linemen in the league. Pay him. Pay your superstars. Build around them. If you think they're asking for too much, they're not. They've done you so well. The 49ers, I'm a little shocked that they're not paying him because he's been one of the great reasons why they've had success in the last couple of years. Ridiculous. Pay your superstars. Trust me. But we're going to get in another segment. As I will be discussing NFL training camp, we will be heading into NFL training camp scrums next. All right. Let's get into my new favorite segment, NFL Scrums. We're going to be talking about some fights that's already happened. Training camp has been open for 3 days for some teams, 1 day for some teams, 2 days for some teams. So it's just open in a week and already having scrums. It's crazy. The one scrum I want to talk about, the Houston Texans had a scrum actually today. As I'm recording this, both of these scrums actually happened today. So yeah, 2 scrums we'll be talking about. I'll be playing videos, don't worry. I'll probably play the video the whole time I talk about this. Cornerback Derek Stingley and tight end Dalton Schultz went at it. Former Dallas Cowboy Dalton Schultz went at it today. And his incidents underscores the competitive atmospheres as players vie for roster spots and starting positions. And in this video, I'm actually gonna watch it. So first training camp of the year, fight of the year. I don't know what Derek Stingley was doing. Like I actually truthfully don't know what was he doing. Why did he come after Dalton Schultz? Look at the scrum. Looks like he ran up on him, and I don't know. We didn't get to see it play before on what happened there, but man. I love it. I love having training camp back. I love it. Because I love these type, it's a competitive field out there. You're all playing for, like, Derek Stingley shouldn't be fighting with the starting tight end while you're the starting corner of the Houston Texans. So I don't know if he I don't know. I truthfully don't know what happened. Don't know what caused that. But in this next scrum, I know exactly what caused it. It was the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce had some words with defensive end Karlaftis. George Karlaftis. George Karlaftis. Can't say his last name. After he laid an absolute boom on Kadarius Toney. Makes a lot of sense why they're going to have choice words together, and it makes a lot of sense. They got into it. They got in a little scrum. Here's the video. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to try and play the whole entire video on mute as I talk about the scrums. I love it. I love competitive spirit right off the bat of training camp. It's going to be a good year for Kansas City. It's going to be a good year for Houston. That competitive spirit's already coming in on day 1, 2, and 3. Right off the bat, right off the jump. So you can just tell your team's going to be great. I haven't seen a lot of clips. I think Carolina got a little scrum earlier last week. Didn't see any videos. I think the New York Giants also got in a little scrum. Didn't see anything. But isn't it great? I think the NFL back, the training camp is back. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Next week I'm obviously going to talk about more of the NFL training camp. We barely talked about the NFL in the last 5 weeks of the show. But now because the training camp is here, off season is really like the season's right around the corner. It's gonna be for the rest of the summer until my last episode of the summer, until I'm done with this show at the end of the summer. NFL will be in every single episode. And it's honestly, I like it. I like both leagues. I like the NFL and I like the CFL. So you guys are stuck with me talking about both leagues for the rest of the summer. That sucks. But But yeah, it's great. But we're going to talk about more of them. We're going to talk about the rookies. And I might even hint at some fantasy football. What my takes are on who you should draft in the first round and who's your sleepers. For the guys that could be watching this that I'm in the league with, don't watch it. I'm not going to tell you I actually might not even tell people out here who's my sleepers to draft. I might not even talk about fantasy football on here. Let's not do that. It was a good idea at first. Came out of my mouth. Started thinking. A lot of guys that watch this are in the same fantasy league as me. Didn't want to throw out my draft strategy here. But yeah, we're going to talk about rookies too. There's a lot of rookies, a lot of year two, a lot of guys that actually might not even be on the roster that are still looking for that spot to crack, like veterans and stuff like that. So let's get into the CFL. All right, let's talk about the CFL. Let's talk about the first game of the week. Edmonton at Ottawa. Edmonton's 0-6. Ottawa moves to 4-2 on the year after Ottawa beat Edmonton 20-14. Trey Ford finally got to touch the field. He went 1 for 2, and he had 3 for 4 yards, and he had 1 rush for 3 yards. But Bethel Thompson is obviously going to remain the starter. He just, he went 27 for 39. Didn't complete the passes and the clutch timing of that fourth quarter. Just didn't do anything good. You know what I've realized? That just popped in my head. I was watching this game and the exact same thing popped in my head. He cannot extend plays with his feet. And that's what you need as a quarterback in the CFL. That's why Chad Kelly has been so successful. I don't like to bring up his name. That's literally the truth why he's been so successful. That's why Drew Brown has actually been playing pretty stellar. He can extend plays with his feet, and in the CFL in 3 downs, you need to extend the play. And Bethel Thompson is not extending the play, but only if they had a quarterback that can extend plays and Trey Ford. Don't get blinded by Bethel Thompson's numbers. They're good numbers. But look at the success rate of the 2 highest quarterbacks in the league right now. Bo Levi Mitchell, still, he's not been doing good, but he's been putting up yards. He's been putting up numbers. And Bethel Thompson, doing both the same thing. The Hamilton Tiger Cats just got their first one, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. They're 1-5. Edmonton's 0-6. It's a quarterback issue, but it's also a defensive issue, obviously. Like, I know Edmonton has slacks. But when your defense only gives up 20 points, and your offense can't extend plays to keep the drives alive and keep the drives moving and getting downfield, and you're not going to win a football game. Trust me, I know that. But if you had Trey, he can extend plays on second downs. Second down's not your third down, basically. And for the NFL fans, your second down in the CFL is your third down. You need to extend that play. You can't take sacks. You can't throw the ball away. You extend the play with your feet. But Thompson, old man, doesn't have his feet on him. Trey would run all around them, extend the play for the first down. That's just me. But if you had a quarterback that extended plays, Trey showed us last year they extend plays, and they started doing some stuff. That's just my thought. You need a quarterback that can move around a little bit and extend plays, and you'll be successful. Look at the top teams. Let's go to the standings and look at the top teams and their quarterback. Cody Fajardo, he can extend plays, and he's a great quarterback. He's a field general, but that can still scramble. He's hurt right now for Montreal. Drew Brown can scramble. Cameron Dukes, I don't know. He had a hot start because he was extending plays. Now he's not extending plays. Thank God Chad Kelly comes back soon. Vernon Adams Jr., he could most definitely extend plays with his feet. Trevor Harris, not quite, but his offensive line is good enough that he has time in the pocket. Toronto doesn't have good timing in the pocket. Hamilton does not have good timing in the pocket. Edmonton does not have good timing in the pocket. Calgary, yeah, not really. Winnipeg, Zach Collaros, he's really not. He's getting older up there with age. He's really less mobile, and we knew that was going to come at one point, and that's okay. And Edmonton, we know Bethel Thompson. But that's the first game of that week. Edmonton 0-6. Saskatchewan beats the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 19-9. Zach Collaros. Like I just said, he's getting up there in age. Sucks. He's getting older. He's becoming very beatable. He can only take less hits now. He can't just pile on those hits like he usually does. He's taking less hits, and it's a sad to see. Trevor Harris. Actually, Trevor Harris didn't even play. It was Shea Patterson. Don't know why I just flanked on that for a second, but what I was saying before was our starting quarterbacks, not backups. Shea Patterson played pretty all right. Adriel Ouellette will be out of this week's game. He played, but he'll be out this week against Montreal. That's a big injury update that just clocked area in my brain. Boom. But Shea Patterson played pretty good in his start, 17 for 25, 261 yards, and a one passing tug. But he's also a guy that had 4 rushes for 35 yards. Shea Patterson, extending plays with your feet in the CFL, that's what you need. If I was creating my dream football team in the Canadian Football League, I would build it around a scrambling quarterback, an O-line that could pull, an O-line that move upfield, fast receivers, and fast team. Just fast. Fast team. What I'd do on the defensive side, smaller edge rushers. Fast edge rushers, though. It's smaller but fast. Smaller in size. You're not going to get the 300, 280-pound edge rushers. I don't want that. I want, 250 edge rushers that could just got a text. But yeah, I want edge rushers that are quick off the line and that can move in and out. Linebackers, coverage linebackers, that's all I want. And corners that can actually play man. And safeties that are hard-hitting safeties. The tackles, they can be big and hungry, that can stop the run. That's pretty much all I want. And the rest of the game in the CFL, Hamilton Tiger Cats win their first game of the season as they go 1-5. They beat the Argos. Argos suck. BC Lions lose to the Calgary Stampede 25-24. Next week, I'll probably go more in depth with games. Trust me on that one. But and my dog's barking. Someone's home. But that's the rest of the CFL. All right, that was a little weak CFL recap. And trust me, I'm trying to do this for time constraints. But let's get into the Olympics. The only thing I want to talk about actually right now in the Olympics is the Canada and the States flag bearers. I just want to let everybody know who's the Canadian flag bearers and who's the American flag bearers for the opening ceremonies on July 26th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And Canada's flag bearers is Andre DeGrasse and Maru Shan. I hope I said her name right. And the American flag bearers is LeBron James, is Coco Gauff, tennis player Coco Gauff. That's pretty much all I want to tell you guys is who's the flag bearers. Feels like I've been recording this episode for so long. I think I started and it was a little late out, now it's dark. I've been recording this for a lot of times. I've been doing some stuff post. Yeah. Football season just ended, coaching. We're trying to figure out a lot of stuff here. But now I want to talk about the soccer news. And my heart's already pumping for this. It's not international it's not international soccer news. I want to talk about transfers, signings, stuff like that. So it's Team Canada. I want to talk about the Team Canada women's national is in hot water. 2 staff members have been removed from the team in Santone following allegations of using drones to spy on New Zealand team practice. The alleged action of Richmond-born assistant coach Jasmine Mander and team analyst Joseph Lombardi are now at the center of multiple investigations. New Zealand has now sent in an appeal to the Olympics Committee that any points Canada gets on Thursday be discredited, meaning if Canada wins or draws, they will get 0 points. When I heard about this news this morning, I turned on Sports Center and I go, what? I'm going to rant on this. So Canada plays New Zealand tomorrow, Thursday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, records Thursday, and not going to be out in time. That's totally fine with me. That's okay. The episode's totally not going to be out in time. This is what I got to say something. What are you doing? Are you stupid? A stupid bonehead error by this coaching staff for the Team Canada national women's team. Stupid. Idiotic move. The stupidest move I've ever heard of. This is so embarrassing. I'm Canadian, I can totally say this. This is super embarrassing. I would say pack your bags right now, Team Canada, and get the hell out of Paris. You guys don't deserve to be there anymore. I'm not trying to discredit what the players have done. It's the coaching staff. The coaching staff is going to ruin this for all of Team Canada. All the players that have worked hard to get to the Olympics. All the players that have helped qualify to the Olympics. This stupid coaching staff is going to ruin it for the players. I would say pack your bags now. Canada's doing nothing in this tournament. The coaching staff is trying to cheat. Flying drones. So stupid. Being Canadian, honestly, I feel embarrassed being Canadian right now for knowing that our national women's soccer team coaching staff is stupid, is ridiculous. Fire them all. If I was Canada Soccer, doesn't matter who didn't even have a part in that. Well, one person had to have a part in that. The manager had to have a part in that. Of course, the video analyst had a part in it. The assistant coaches had a part of it. You don't come at that as one and say, you know what would be a good idea on our off day? And don't tell the manager, don't tell anybody on the coaching staff, we're going to fly a drone over New Zealand's practice. That could honestly possibly happen, as I think about that, but maybe not. I think it's a team effort, not the players. Players probably had no idea. Players should care a fucking less. Sorry for swearing again. Think it was stupid. Get this whole coaching staff out of here. You guys are making Canada embarrassing. This is ridiculous. Pack your bags now. We don't even want to see you play anymore for that stupid bonus move. Bonehead errors. That's all I want to talk about for Canada. But let's get into the Niagara athletes news. All right, the final topic of today, I want to talk about Niagara athletes news. We talked about last week. Lucas Body was fought on the main card undercard of Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. Jake Paul won. Did not care about that fight. Did not care about the Amanda Serrano fight. Cared about the Lucas Body versus H2O Slide fight. Lucas Body is now 17-0, knocking out H2O in the 6th round. That could be knockout of the year contender. And we're saying this. I was saying it last week that he's going to win it. He's going to turn 17-0, and this is exactly what he did with a brutal knockout on H2O. Gave H2O his first loss. What up? What up? 17-0. Congrats, Lucas Body. You put yourself on the map. You're putting Niagara on the map. You're putting Canada boxing on the map. Congratulations. And no doubt that's knockout of the year. That's all what I want to talk about Niagara athletes news. I am trying to get an interview going. I just keep on forgetting I message a guy, but it'll be coming out soon if I can finish it, if I can get it. But thanks for watching the Daniel Federico Show, week 6 Until if I see you guys next week, until then, stay safe, be smart, make smart decisions. Don't be like idiots like the Canada Women National Coaching Staff. Ciao.